Hi everyone, welcome to the Whiteleyverse with me, Connor Whiteley, for another daily story with a chapter from one of my novellas. Before I start today's chapter, please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content, and the engagement really helps the Whiteleyverse with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you want to buy this book and any of my other fiction, then they're all available from all major ebook retailers. You can order the paperback and hardback copies from Amazon, your local bookstore and local library if you requested. Also, if you want the AI generated audiobook, then you can get it from selected audiobook platforms and library systems like Kobo, Spotify, Barnes & Noble, Google Play, Baker & Taylor, Biblioteca and Overdrive. Now, here's today's chapter. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did writing it.
Chapter 2. Assassin Logan Johnson had always flat out loved going out with his beautiful wife. Sarah was just a hot, fit woman that was so skillful and intelligent that he couldn't help but smile whenever he was around her. Even as Logan rested the small black support of his sniper rifle on the perfectly clean edge of the roof, he was really excited about working with his wife again. He doubted Sarah felt the same way, but that was the life of marriage, and he hadn't exactly been the best husband of late. Logan carefully held the sniper rifle in his hand and checked that the chamber was clean, the scope was attached securely, and that everything else was going to work perfectly. He couldn't afford for a single mistake, because mistakes killed assassins. And Logan seriously didn't want his wife to die. He loved her. Logan was glad the sniper rifle was set up, so he sat down on the icy cold concrete roof of the apartment building he had set up in. He supposed the apartment building might have been beautiful, or at least impressive a few decades ago, but it had clearly been emptied and abandoned and left to die. Logan had to step over 3 different human corpses as he climbed the long concrete steps from the ground floor to the roof. That had been a workout in itself. And Logan had admired the handiwork of the local kids, with their so-called spray paint art. It was graffiti, plain and simple, but it was clear the local kids thought they were artists. An icy cold breeze howled past him and Logan just grinned. It was a cold night that meant the police were going to be a little slower, a little dimmer, and a lot lesser of a problem for him and Sarah. Something he always liked. Logan got up and looked through his sniper rifle again. He had to admit the office building Sarah was in was expensive, massive, and even a little intimidating. It had a lot of glass floor-to-ceiling windows, but it was a con really because they were all mostly bullet-resistant glass. Not ideal, but Logan still didn't care about the safety of his targets. Bullet-resistant glass or not, they were still going to die. The refreshing hints of gun oil, smoke and burning petrol made Logan frown a little. He had always hated the smell of burning petrol. It always reminded him of the awful tires his father used to burn when he was a kid. Logan wasn't a fan of the odd taste of burnt fish that it left on his tongue. His mother never had been a great cook. It was one of the reasons he loved Sarah, with her being a lady and all. It meant she had a great staff at the manor to create amazing dishes for them all. Logan noticed Sarah was sitting in the office of their target. She looked as radiant as always with her long raven hair free and loose, and her trench coat highlighted her perfect body. As much as Logan didn't want to admit it, he suspected this was a trap, and he had sent his wife into the jaws of the enemy, just knowing that they were going to be betrayed at the highest levels of their organization. For the past few weeks and months, Logan had investigated a couple of odd things about the Assassin Guild and the Council of Assassins. He still wasn't really sure what he had found, but there was a pattern. A few odd shipments there, a few odd killings there, and a whole host of other problems that had made no sense, but the Council of Assassins were the key. The highest-ranking assassins in the UK were somehow involved in these criminal activities, but that was the problem. Logan doubted he could just confront the Council about his suspicions without proof. The Council wouldn't believe him, and they wouldn't listen to him either, and the real criminals might kill him and Sarah in the process. Something he couldn't allow no matter the situation. He had to protect Sarah, the woman he loved. Logan noticed Sarah was looking more and more annoyed in the office as she was searching her little black purse. Logan seriously hoped he had put everything back in there after he had borrowed earlier. Life really wouldn't be worth living if he hadn't. And as his communicator buzzed, he just rolled his eyes because he was about to get an earful, and he was oddly turned on by that idea. Little did Logan realize there were some people with guns, knives and daggers coming up the stairs.
Welcome back everyone, it's me again, Connor Whiteley. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's story, because I flat out love writing, creating stories and sharing them with you. If you really enjoyed today's story, then please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content, and the internet engagement really helps the Whiteleyverse with the YouTube algorithms. And if you want to buy this short story or any of my other fiction, then they're available from all major ebook retailers, and you can get them from your local library if you requested, and you can order the paperback copies from Amazon, your local bookstore or local library if you request it. Lastly, if you want to support the channel on a one-off basis, then you can now buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Connor Whiteley. Also, if you know anyone who would enjoy today's story, then please share it with them. I'm always really grateful when you wonderful people help us spread the word about the channel. So, thanks for watching the Whiteleyverse, and I'll see you again soon. Have a great day, everyone.